Hey, folks, it's Mark Arum. I hope you're enjoying the Mark Arum Show podcast. A reminder, you can hear this very radio show live Monday through Friday. We're live 6 to 8 p.m. Monday through Friday on 95.5 WSB, Atlanta's News and Talk. Friday is firmly in sight, my friends. Happy Thursday. Mark Arum and the Bananas with you for only an hour tonight. Do you know why, Longoria? Did you get the memo? Do you know what's going on? 7 o'clock every Thursday now. It's going to be the Kirby Smart Show here following the Mark Arum Show. So we're just going to get 60 minutes of fun and entertainment. Not that Kirby's not fun and entertaining, but our 60 minutes from 6 to 7 p.m. And you can always listen online at WSBradio.com or the WSB Radio app. We got a fun 60 minutes packed up. Real quick, before we start the show, have you guys ever worked in retail? Deb Green, have you ever worked in retail?
Yeah, in college.
What did you do? Like, where did you work?
I worked at Sears. I did jewelry.
Okay, so you're not really giving hookups there. You can't really give out hookups.
I also worked at a lingerie shop when
Nice.
Christmas time. A very popular Christmas job. So
like Christmas Vacation when Clark Griswold.
Yes. Oh yeah, there was a lot of that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Longoria, ever work in retail?
Yeah, Sears.
Sears.
But I mean, you can't really give any. Yeah, we all.
I did not work at Sears. No,
You're the only one.
My first credit card was a Sears card. So from 1993 to 1997, all the clothes I bought were from Sears because that was the only place I could buy clothes. So you've never worked at a place where you could hook people up?
I worked at an athletic store, and I worked at Cabela's where I could hook people up.
A movie theater, I could hook people up there.
Okay, so that's
Get people
common.
in free, yeah.
Did you ever hook up police officers? Like, did you ever give them a discount on anything?
No.
Chuck?
I did at the athletic store.
Yeah.
And when a couple times, actually, you mentioned it when they came into Cabela's during hunting season.
Okay.
Yeah.
Deb Green at the lingerie shop? No.
I can't remember like a uniformed officer coming in, but my manager probably would have. Yes.
So when I first moved to Atlanta, I worked at my uncle's cigar store in Buckhead. It was a great job. I mean, I would smoke cigars and watch TV all day and really do nothing. Basically what I do right now on the radio. But I was
Except smoking cigars.
Well, yeah, I just do that during the breaks. But I used to, much to my uncle's chagrin, when police officer would come in, I would either give them free stuff or a massive discount. You know, I'd give it to them for cost. If they wanted an $8 cigar, I'd give it to them for $5. Or if they, I'd get
Sure.
Because in my mind, at a retail space, the more police officers you have coming into your establishment, the safer your establishment is.
Sure.
And I made friends with police officers. This was 1996. I'm still friends with some of the police officers. They're all retired. A lot of them have retired. God, I'm old. Anyway, I became known as, Mark Arum at the Tobacco Loft will hook you up if you're a police officer. I did that in the restaurant business. You know, the Italian restaurant I worked at, they'd give free slices of pizza to the cops on duty, whatever. It was just the way I did it. And so I've always done that. Why am I bringing this up? Tony Thomas from Channel 2 Action News joins us. Apparently, at least one Metro Atlanta QT hooks up police officers, which I think is a good thing, but it turns out to be a pretty weird story. Tony joins us on the show. Tony, fill in the blanks for me. What exactly happened at this Quick Trip location?
This is one of my favorite stories of the past few weeks here, Mark. So last week, a officer with the State Department of Community Supervision. That's a relatively new
Never heard of
department in the
it.
state.
Never heard of it.
Only been around about 3-4 years or so, apparently. But they have sworn police officers. One of their officers is with a friend. She was also a former police officer. And police say the sworn officer gave her gun and her badge to her friend so her friend could walk into a QT right near Gwinnett Place Mall and get the free hookup with the free drink and everything else. Problem for them was there was an on-duty Gwinnett County police officer in the QT, didn't recognize her, thought, man, she's not won't look me in the eye. I'm just trying to say hello to a fellow cop. So he walks outside, notices her taillight's not working. He follows and pulls her over, and they go through a whole long 10-minute spiel. It comes out she's not really a cop. Her friend in the passenger seat is the cop, but the one driving has the gun and the badge. So the one is taken in for impersonating a cop. The other one resigned as soon as her department started investigating her.
So just to recap, the sworn officer gave his gun and badge to a non-sworn officer to go in and get a free coffee and donut or whatever at Quick Trip. And
that's right. While the sworn officer, who's also a female, sat in the car just outside of QT.
Unbelievable. Tony Thomas from Channel 2. Is this typical of Quick Trips? I mean, I love Quick Trip. Do they hook up police officers often? Do you know?
I'm told quite a few do. It kind of goes store by store, but a lot of the convenience stores do. Just for your theory, it cannot hurt to have police officers coming through your store all the time.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, my uncle sometimes got mad at me for doing it. I get it because it was his store. But I tried to explain to him, like, man, we're never going to get robbed. There's always police officers in here. Like, it's like you're getting free security just by giving, a cigar $2 off or whatever. What have we heard from the authorities? Have we heard anything from Quick Trip? What's been the reaction, Tony?
Haven't heard anything from Quick Trip. The Department of Community Supervision did say they're cooperating with Gwinnett Police, and they have we're launching an investigation. And as soon as Brandy Green, their officer, heard that they were investigating, she up and resigned. So she is no longer with the force, and they've handed this over to the state agency that credentials police officers. So there could be further consequences.
So as a result of, I'm going to assume, a coffee and a donut, not to be, I mean, just that's what people get in the morning.
We could see in the body cam video there was a QT, big gulp, or big Q, whatever they call them, sitting in the car. The officer in his report wrote food, so maybe there was a hot dog involved or something.
So to recap, Tony, a police officer has been fired, and her friend faces felony charges all over what might be just a big gulp at Quick Trip.
That is correct.
Unbelievable. I can't believe it. I can't believe it. Tony, I love the story. Thank you for joining us, as always, my friend.
No problem.
Take care, Tony. Did I tell you guys this story? I know I have. Years ago, I went to breakfast at Homegrown. You ever been to Homegrown, East Atlanta? It's a nice little local joint. I think it was lunch. It was me, Captain Herb, Smiling Mark McKay, and Jim Basile, who used to do traffic on Channel 11. And we went to Homegrown, and Captain Herb always picks up the check. So I was like, no, I'm going to pay for this one, So I snuck off to the bathroom to go pay the check. And I go to the counter, and I was like, yeah, I want to pay for table 7 or whatever. And the guy's ringing it up, and he's like, $14.32. I'm like, no, not just mine. Like, I want to pay for everybody. He goes, oh, yeah, that's it. I'm like, how is that possible? He goes, oh, the law enforcement discount. I'm like, because Captain Herb was wearing a Captain Herb shirt. Oh. And I was like, oh, of course, yes. Yeah. The law enforcement discount.
Sure,
yeah, absolutely, yes. Oh, Captain Herb, yes. Law enforcement discount. Well, yeah.
So the one time you picked up the check, it was way cheaper than,
It was $14. It was fantastic.
Oh, that's great.
But it was, I mean, I don't know if I could get arrested. I mean, I didn't pretend to be a police officer. I mean, they just assumed because Captain Herb had a Douglas County Sheriff shirt on because they loved Herb and it said Captain Herb on it. And the whole lunch, I mean, Jim Basile alone ate $30 worth of food. I mean, he was a big eater back in the day.
That's why Captain Herb picked it up all the time.
Yeah, I was going to say that's why he went.
I wonder if he got that all the time. He just was always wearing that Douglas County sheriff's gear.
He's like, yeah, I'll pick up the tab.
I'll pick up the tab. You don't think he's really good? He's only paying $14.
Now, if he was a jerk, he'd be like, you know what? Just give me $10 each, and I'll pick up that. He collects $50 for a $14 tab. But wow, this makes no sense. Like I don't fault Quick Trip. I think Quick Trip does a good thing.
Of course.
Give a free big gulp to officers working.
Yeah.
Why couldn't the lady get in and get it herself, or did she already get one?
I think she already got one, and
it's
her friend
limit one big
so.
gulp for what is that? Like 99 cents?
Yeah.
Yeah, it can't be more than $2.
What a horrible way to get fired over a 99-cent big gulp.
Yeah.
But man, it's not even like, oh, well, she was laundering money, taking cocaine out of the evidence room.
Right.
Shaking down drug dealers, like all the things you think a police officer might get fired for. Something as dumb as giving away her gun and badge to her friend for a free big gulp.
And I can't believe the badge. There's no way anybody
gets the gun.
Person, that's not. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Exactly.
The gun. That's actually not a person I want in law enforcement.
It's a bad.
Just giving their gun away.
Yeah. Oh, here you go.
Bad critical decision thinking right there.
So probably for the best.
Your thoughts on that story, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. One quick story about the police officers that I used to work at the cigar store. So there was a blonde female police officer used to come in, and she worked like the plaza where the cigar store was in Buckhead, had a police officer they hired for security, would walk around. And she was, so I was 23, she was probably 28, blonde, really cute. I mean, really cute. And not that nothing ever happened, but she bought a house in Stone Mountain or something and needed to rent out a room. And I was looking for a place to live or something. And she offered me, I wasn't going to move in Stone Mountain, But,
Right.
I was just being nice. I was like, oh, let me think about it. And she apparently was dating another police officer. And he came in one day, and I'm sitting on the couch watching TV in the cigar store. And he comes in and he's like, hey, you Mark? I'm like, yeah. He goes, hey, I'm Officer Johnson or whatever. Sits down. He goes, yeah, I'm Officer Betty's boyfriend. I was like, oh, hey, nice to meet you. Takes his gun out and puts it on the coffee table. He goes, so you going to move in with Officer Betty? I was like, no. Like he literally took his gun out and put it on the table. I was like, wow, overprotective much, dude.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Why don't you marry her and go move in with her?
Yeah, I was like, she offered, man. I'm like, honestly, I'm not moving. I was 23. I was living in Bucket. I'm like, I'm not moving to Stone Mountain. She was cute, but not that cute. So that was the only negative of living or having police officers come in. He didn't exactly pull the gun on me, but he pulled it out.
Right. Well, he made his
There was
point.
no reason for him to put the gun on the coffee table right in front of me. All right, 404-872-0750, 1-800-WSB Talk. An amazing story out of Quick Trip. Still to come, little Sanjay is going to give us an abbreviated edition of Would You Rather. And Shake Shack brought in their chicken sandwiches. The chicken sandwich wars escalate on the Mark Arum Show. We'll give you a full review when we come back on to Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum. This is the Mark Arum Show. Police officer's been fired and her friend faces felony charges after posing to get free snacks at a Quick Trip. As an officer, your thoughts on this crazy story? John joins us incoming. John, welcome to the Mark Arum Show.
As a former officer, your gun is given to you. If you hand it to somebody else, you know what happens? What happens if you have a major disaster? What if somebody robs the bank? You can't serve and protect. You take that oath. You give your gun away, that means you're not worthy of being a cop. So she gets fired. Sorry, the other girl who took the gun, she deserves to get fired too because she's going to take that same oath if she's an officer. If you're not officers, you don't keep you.
I want to know the one thing that I didn't ask Tony Thomas Longoria that I should have. What was in the Big Gulp? I'm guessing Code Red Mountain Dew. That might be a soda you get fired over. That's really good, Code Red Mountain Dew. Or do you mix and match at Quick Trip? You can mix sodas up.
Suicide?
Little Sprite, little Code Red Mountain Dew. Unbelievable story. Police officer fired. Her friend faces felony charges after a free Big Gulp at Quick Trip. Your thoughts and Little Sanjay next on the Mark Arum Show. 6:39, 87 degrees on Peachtree, Longoria. 2 days in a row, 8.5 in the Mark Arum Show back sweat meter. We'll talk more about the QTPD story, but because we're only on until 7 tonight, we got to get a little Sanjay on earlier with Would You Rather.
It's time for Would You Rather with Little Sanjay.
He's the guru, the soothsayer, the truth seeker, the asker of unanswerable questions. He joins us every Tuesday and Thursday on the Mark Arum Show. He's Big Sanjay with Would You Rather. Sanjay, before we get to the unanswerable questions, as the owner-proprietor of Cafe at Far Dunwoody, do you often give discounts and or free chicken salad to law enforcement folks that come in to dine with you?
Absolutely. Law enforcement and my son's teachers.
Oh,
I feel like those are the two big ones.
I think Kai's smart enough, though. You don't need to grease the wheels with his teachers, right? I mean,
yeah, no. It's just me being courteous.
There you go. All right, good job. Cafe at Far Dunwoody. Free plug for Sanjay. All right, so Sanjay's going to ask us questions. We're going to answer them in studio. I want you to play along in your car if you care to. First question, Sanjay.
All right. Would you rather have a 50% chance to lose 100% of your money or a 100% chance to lose 50% of your money? And I mean like net worth.
I'll roll the dice, I guess. 100%, 50% that I'll lose all my money or 100% chance I'll lose half?
Correct.
I'll flip the coin. Take my whole stack. Take my whole stack, Dead Green. What are you going to do?
I mean, I'm not worth that much, but it's all that I have. So
you want the...
So I guess I'll keep...
You're going to hold on to the 50%?
50? Yeah.
All right. Chuck?
I don't have any money. I'll roll the dice.
But does this include Chuck's wife, too, Sanjay?
Oh, it does.
Yeah, this is the whole family.
She'd shoot me. then I'll do that. I'll let him take 50.
Take 50%?
Yeah, if it was just me, I'd roll the dice.
All right.
Yeah, same answer. If it was just me, I'd roll the dice, but my wife makes too much.
50%?
50%.
Yeah, so now, welcome to my world, guys, where the government takes 50% of what I make. Thank you. Thank you, Sanjay. Next question.
All right, little morbid. Would you rather take the life of your dog or cat,
Oh, my
or
God.
What?
or some random stranger?
Random
No
strangers.
recourse, but you have to do it yourself.
You understand both Longoria and Chuck lost dogs recently, right? You get that. This is still a sore
I'm aware.
subject.
Jeez.
Give me the question again. What?
Would you rather take the life of your dog or cat, or some random stranger? There's no recourse, but you have to do it yourself.
Both of them. I have to kill both of them myself.
Yes.
Not the dog. Just the random stranger.
Oh, fudge sickle, Sanjay. This sucks.
This is easy.
Yeah, it's easy for me.
Without a doubt.
All right, random stranger.
Yeah, there
I
you
don't want to
go.
kill any person,
I
though.
know,
Like, I got to do it
Yeah,
myself.
But you're not. I mean,
Yeah,
no. Would you kill your dog?
Yeah.
No, someone else will do it.
Well, yeah.
Well, Bosco's going to be 14. She's
know.
tore her ACL. Yeah, but I'm still killing a random stranger. Deb,
Yeah, the rando's out.
Rando's
Absolutely.
out. The
Yeah, rando.
The rando is out.
sorry.
Next
Sorry,
question,
rando.
Sanjay.
All right. Your next question. Would you rather have stunning good looks like me, or an exceptionally high level of intelligence, also like me?
I've been smart, and it's not gotten me very far. I want to try to be handsome for a little bit. Let me be handsome like Sanjay.
I worked with a lot of beautiful people that weren't very smart, and boy, did they get things that were
Yes.
for no reason.
Yeah.
It was
Exactly.
so unfair. So let me be beautiful just once.
Yeah, there you go. I'm taking the looks. Chuck?
I'm taking looks. Yeah.
All right.
Smarts
Longoria?
don't
Looks.
have to get you that far.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're
Looks
all,
will get me
we're all
further.
smart here. I mean, I'd go to.
We're also all in radio.
Yeah, that was a dumb move. A dumb move made by smart people. But yeah, I think I would like to know what it's like to be,
Like one of the beautiful people.
yeah, like a mimbo.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
A mimbo.
Absolutely.
I want to be a mimbo for a minute. Back to Would You Rather with little Sanjay. I mean, regular Sanjay. Go ahead. Next question, sir.
All right. Would you rather your boss ask you to come in 2 hours early, or stay 2 hours late?
Depends. 2 hours late. If I come in 2 hours early for the mornings, that means I have to be there at 2 a.m. That's insane. So I'd rather come in 2 hours early. Deb Green.
I feel like I'm doing both right now, but I'm a morning person, so give me the early.
Oh, actually, I meant I'll stay 2 hours late because I'm not coming at 2 a.m. I'm staying late 2 hours. Chuck,
I would much rather come in early.
come in early.
Yeah, because I want to go home when it's time to go home. I
Plus-
wouldn't want to have to stay 2 hours later.
You come in 2 hours early, it means you can nap in the office 2 hours earlier than you do already.
It's win-win for
In
me.
the Revenant office back there.
Yeah.
It's like a sleep
Nice
palace.
couch.
Longoria.
I'll come in 2 hours early.
2 hours
Yeah, I
early?
don't want to stay later than I need
You
to.
do want to get out of here.
I do. I'm
But
out.
no one wants to get out of here more than
Deb.
Deb
Oh,
Green.
Deb.
Holy
Hey,
smokes.
I've
Deb
been
is
here
like the
just as
building's on
long
fire.
as you.
No, I'm saying, like, even on a regular day,
Well, I usually have
you're
plans
like the road
afterwards.
runner out of here.
Yeah.
It's like,
Man.
She doesn't say bye.
Is
She
there
doesn't say
something
nothing.
going on that I'm missing?
the post-show
Well, there
meeting.
you go.
Well, just telling us
Post-show
bye would be
shenanigans.
nice.
Not even a
I didn't
bye.
even say hi.
She says bye to me sometimes.
Yeah, right. She doesn't say hi.
Last question, Sanjay.
All right. Would you rather have been born 10 years earlier, or 10 years later than you were born?
I would rather be born in like 1940. That's not 10 years earlier. So I'll go 10 years later. I'll be a full, 10 years later. So I'm 10 years younger now.
Yeah, I think 10 years earlier, just because I like that music more, and I would have been old enough to go
I
to the
got you.
shows.
All right.
Yeah,
Could have seen the Doors.
maybe not that early.
I would much rather be born 10 years earlier. I don't want to be a millennial.
Okay.
Yeah, no millennial. I'll be 10 years earlier.
All right. Interesting. I just don't see the benefit, aside from Deb's musical benefit there. What 10 years earlier? What
What's
were you born
10
in?
years later?
What were you born in, 79?
78.
So you were born in 68.
Yeah.
You get to see Nixon
What's
get
88
impeached.
going to
What's-
get me?
Get in peace.
Well, not just I'm adding 10 years to your lifespan.
Is it that much fun?
I think
honestly?
so. I think it's fun.
Well,
Yeah.
we differ.
It's fun until we have to kill a random stranger to save our dog.
No, I'm fine with a stranger.
Sanjay is the official accountant of the Mark Arum Show. Find him on Facebook. Brass Tax Accounting, early edition of Would You Rather. Thanks, Sanjay.
My man.
I think that's him saying goodbye. We'll be right back. This is the Mark Arum Show. Welcome back to the Mark Arum Show. Again, we are vacating the premises at 7, but hang tight. It's the premiere edition of the Kirby Smart Show on your home of the Bulldogs. Don't forget, Bulldogs Vandy pregame this Saturday, 3:30 p.m. And tomorrow night on the show at 6 o'clock, I'm going to be joined, Deb Green, by WSB Sports Director Jay Black, as we'll do a little Bulldogs preview. And then Jay and Smile and Mark McKay at 7. So we're all in, man. This Bulldogs are winning the championship this year.
Is it the year?
This is the year.
Okay.
Again, I'm a very pessimistic Dogs fan, but I'm wildly optimistic this year. I really think this might be the year. Kirby Smart's going to get it done. You'll hear from Coach Smart in just a couple of minutes. Real quick, the chicken sandwich wars are heating up. So we know about the Popeyes. They came in on the scene, and then things just blew up, and they backed off. And I heard from our buddies at Shake Shack, and they're like, "Yo, Arum, what about the Chicken Shack, which is a great chicken sandwich?" And I was like, well, I never really considered Shake Shack fast food because it's not. There's no drive-through. You got to walk in and sit down. And,
Right.
I mean, you get
Is that the
go.
determining factor? No drive-through.
For me, it is.
Okay.
Yeah, that's
pretty much.
Yeah, if there's no drive-through, it's not fast food. So, but I hadn't had. Usually, when you go to Shake Shack, they're famous for their burgers, and I hadn't had the Chicken Shack in a long time. So they brought some in today. Your initial thoughts, Longoria?
It was really good.
It was really
Loved
good.
Yeah.
Chuck, what did you think?
I love a good pickle game, and their pickles on that thing are great. Like honestly, for me, it makes and breaks a chicken sandwich is their pickle game, and their pickle game is on point.
I want that audio. I love a good pickle game. What's a pickle game, Chuck? Tell me games you play with your pickle.
Is it sour pickles or sweet pickles?
Sour pickles. I don't like sweet pickles.
Really?
Yeah, I can't
Your
stand
pickle
sweet
games? How often do you play pickle games?
All the time.
Wow. The pickles are
All the
good.
time.
The difference between the Shake Shack one, I mean, as far as ingredients are concerned, the Shake Shack chicken sandwich has a little lettuce on top.
Yes.
It's nice. That's the first lettuce I've had all week, so it was nice to get a little.
The first green.
Yeah, the first green stuff I had. So I liked it a lot. But again, you default to the burger at Shake Shack because that's what they're known for. But the chicken sandwich is
great.
very good. I consider Shake Shack to be in a different compartment than other fast food joints. Do we have time for Star of the Show, Longoria? All right, let's do Star of the Show.
And now, are you guys ready for the Mark Arum Star of the Show?
Deb Green did not get a chicken sandwich. I think she actually might have eaten one tonight.
I think Alex took mine.
Al, you would have eaten it, huh?
I actually forgot my apple today.
All right. So Deb did not get a chicken sandwich. She'll get Star of the Show on Twitter and Instagram at Mark Arum, Facebook Mark Arum WSB. Bulldog season starts next on your home of the Dogs, 95.5 WSB.
Go to sleep, you little baby. Guests of the Mark Arum Show stay at the All Suite Omni Hotel, located in the heart of Chicago's Magnificent Mile.